Modern technology makes us feel unstoppable. Satellites, AI, supercomputers. We think we reached the peak of human intelligence. But buried beneath deserts, mountains, and oceans are discoveries that quietly destroy that belief. Not myths, not legends. Real discoveries, made thousands of years ago, that solved problems modern science still struggles with today. Some were found in places humans shouldn't have been able to build. Others used materials we still don't fully understand. And the strangest part, many of these discoveries weren't improved over time. They were lost. In this video, you're about to see 6 ancient discoveries that were so far ahead of their time. They raise a disturbing question. Did human knowledge peak long before us, and then disappear? Derinkuyu Underground City, Turkey. Hidden beneath the plains of Cappadocia lies Derinkuyu, a massive underground city carved directly into bedrock more than 2,000 years ago. This wasn't a simple shelter. It was a fully functional city capable of housing up to 20,000 people underground for months at a time. The structure includes ventilation shafts, stretching dozens of meters, freshwater wells, food storage rooms, communal halls, schools, churches, and massive rolling stone doors designed for defense. What makes Derinkuyu extraordinary is its engineering logic. Fresh air flows naturally through the entire complex without modern fans. Water systems remain uncontaminated even under siege. Narrow corridors widen strategically to control movement. There is no evidence of advanced metal tools or machinery used to excavate this scale of space. Yet the city shows long-term planning, structural stability, and human comfort. Derinkuyu isn't just impressive, it suggests ancient builders understood underground architecture far beyond what history credits them for. The Phaistos Disk, Crete, Greece. Discovered in 1908 inside a Minoan palace, the Phaistos Disk remains one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. The clay disc is stamped with over 240 symbols arranged in a perfect spiral, not carved by hand, but pressed using pre-made symbols. This means the disc represents a form of movable type printing, created nearly 3,500 years before Gutenberg. No other artifact like it has ever been found. The symbols don't match any known ancient language. Attempts to decode it have failed for over a century. Even more puzzling, the printing technique appears suddenly, with no earlier prototypes and no later copies. If the Minoans developed early printing, why did the technology vanish completely? The disc forces historians to confront an uncomfortable possibility. That complex communication systems existed, were lost, and left almost no trace. The Phaistos Disk isn't unreadable because it's primitive, it's unreadable because it may represent knowledge we no longer understand. Saqqara Step Pyramid Engineering, Egypt. The Step Pyramid of Saqqara is the first large-scale stone structure ever built by humans. Constructed around 4,700 years ago, it transformed architecture forever, yet it appeared without precedent. Before Saqqara, Egyptian monuments were made from mud brick. Suddenly, millions of stone blocks were quarried, transported, stacked, and aligned with remarkable precision. The pyramid's layered design required advanced planning, load distribution, and logistical coordination on a scale never seen before. What's missing is the learning curve. There are no experimental versions, no failed prototypes, no gradual development. The technology appears fully formed. Even today, replicating Saqqara using only copper tools and human labor would be an enormous challenge. Internal chambers remain structurally sound after millennia of earthquakes and erosion. Saqqara isn't just a tomb, it represents a sudden leap in engineering knowledge that modern archaeology still struggles to explain. The Lycurgus Cup, ancient Rome. At first glance, the Lycurgus Cup looks like an ordinary Roman glass vessel. But when light passes through it, something impossible happens. The cup changes color from green to deep red. This effect isn't decorative. It's caused by nanoparticles of gold and silver embedded in the glass, a technology not rediscovered until modern nanoscience. The cup dates back to the 4th century AD. Roman glassmakers somehow manipulated materials at the nanoscale without microscopes, chemistry labs, or modern theory. No written records explain how they achieved this effect. Even today, recreating the precise color shift requires advanced equipment. What's more mysterious is that this technology wasn't widely used. It appears in isolated objects, then disappears from history. The Lycurgus Cup proves that ancient craftsmen didn't just work by trial and error, they sometimes achieved results that modern science took centuries to rediscover. Greek fire weapon system. Byzantine Empire. Greek fire was one of the most feared weapons of the ancient world. Used by the Byzantine navy, it could burn on water, stick to surfaces, and resist extinguishing. Even sand couldn't stop it. Its formula was so closely guarded that it was never written down. When the Byzantine Empire fell, the knowledge vanished with it. Modern chemists have tried for centuries to recreate Greek fire. Some theories suggest petroleum compounds, others propose chemical reactions involving quicklime. None fully explain how the weapon functioned so effectively in combat conditions. What makes Greek fire remarkable isn't just its destructive power, it's the system. Specialized launchers, pressure mechanisms, and controlled ignition indicate advanced applied chemistry and engineering. Greek fire wasn't accidental. It was a carefully designed technological solution that modern science still cannot fully reproduce. Sumerian cuneiform, mathematical tablets, Mesopotamia. Long before modern mathematics, Sumerian scribes were solving complex problems on clay tablets using a base 60 number system. These tablets include multiplication tables, geometric calculations, fractions, and square roots written over 4,000 years ago. This same system is why we divide time into 60 seconds and 60 minutes, and circles into 360 degrees. Some tablets demonstrate solutions equivalent to the Pythagorean theorem, predating Pythagoras by over a millennium. These calculations weren't theoretical, they were used for land measurement, engineering canals, and tracking astronomical cycles. What's striking is how complete the system appears. There's no evidence of slow development. The mathematics arrives structured, standardized, and practical. Without paper, calculators, or modern notation, the Sumerians created mathematical foundations still shaping our world, a level of sophistication history rarely acknowledges. Antikythera shipwreck, astronomical knowledge, Greece. When divers explored a shipwreck near Antikythera, they uncovered evidence of advanced astronomical understanding hidden in corroded bronze fragments. These remains reveal precise knowledge of eclipses, planetary cycles, and lunar movements, calculated mathematically rather than mythologically. This suggests trained specialists and standardized scientific education in the ancient world. What's most disturbing is that this level of predictive astronomy seemingly vanished without leaving a clear legacy. No historical records explain how such knowledge was preserved, taught, or lost. The discovery hints that advanced science once flourished, collapsed, and was later rediscovered, challenging the idea that human progress has always moved forward in a straight line. Mohenjo-Daro urban drainage system, Indus Valley. Mohenjo-Daro featured a citywide sanitation system thousands of years before modern plumbing. Homes had bathrooms connected to covered brick drains, separating clean water from waste. Streets followed precise grids, and brick sizes were standardized, indicating regulation and planning. This infrastructure wasn't limited to elites. It served the entire population. Such understanding of hydraulics and public health would not reappear for millennia. Even more mysterious, the Indus script remains undeciphered, hiding the identities of the engineers behind it. Mohenjo-Daro proves that advanced urban planning emerged early, functioned efficiently, and then disappeared from history almost entirely. The London Hammer, Texas, USA. Discovered embedded in solid rock, the London Hammer looks strikingly modern yet appears out of place in its geological context. The iron head resists corrosion, and the wooden handle is partially fossilized. While some claim natural concretion explains it, no consensus exists. If even partially ancient, it challenges timelines of human metallurgy. Museums largely ignore it, yet it continues to raise uncomfortable questions. The London Hammer doesn't rewrite history on its own, but it exposes gaps in explanation. Sometimes, the most troubling discoveries aren't what they prove, but what science cannot easily dismiss or explain away. The Inca Quipu Information System, Peru. The Inca Empire governed millions without written language, using the quipu knotted cords, encoding information through color, position, and not type. Research suggests it functioned as a complex data system, tracking taxes, labor, and resources. Some evidence hints at narrative or symbolic information as well. Spanish colonizers destroyed many quipus, fearing hidden messages, leaving the system only partially understood. The quipu challenges assumptions about intelligence, literacy, and communication. It proves that complex administration doesn't require writing and represents a technological path abandoned by history.